Hi, this is Tracy with another episode of Salad and Wine. And because it's rainy today, I decided to go off of my planned programming and do a red wine salad because that is what rain calls for. So today I am doing a real simple BV Coastal Estates wine that is very inexpensive, but it does the trick. So this is a cab, and it's kind of one of those just like everyday type wines that when you want a quick glass, I just always have it in the pantry. So I'm going to go ahead and pour the wine and let you know that we're going to prepare a taco salad today. Real quick, family happy taco salad. So what we start off with is, well, we start off with the wine first, okay? Let's see how this wine is. See, it's light, but it's delicious. Very light, but still good. Got a little oak in it, but it's yummy. It's gonna go great with the taco salad. So today what we start off with is grass-fed ground beef. This is quite a hunk of beef, I know, but the thing that I like to do with taco meat is I make a bunch of it, and then the kids can make omelets, they can make taco salads, they can just eat it up like tomorrow and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and grill this on a cast iron pan, which I recommend. Very seasoned. We've had this for quite some time, and this is pretty much all I cook with is cast iron and stainless steel. So I'm going to go ahead and just cook this meat up really quick, and then we can get started on the salad. So as you can see, the meat has cooked up quite nicely. So now what I do is I turn down the heat and I begin to drain the fat. Even though the fat in grass-fed beef is pretty healthy, I still want to drain it because it's just too rich for my stomach. So I get a turkey baster, and let's get this closer so we don't spill all over the place, and I drain the fat all the way from the pan until it's all gone. So now you can see that the fat is all drained off of the meat, and look at how much fat is in this cup. Oh man, it's like little over half a cup of pure fat. So we drain that off, and then I add in some delicious Lawry's taco seasoning. This is actually for 2 pounds of meat, but I like it a little lighter, not so salty, so I add the family pack to 3 pounds of meat, and then add 1 1/3 cups of water. Turn the heat back on. There we go. And then we just mix it around and bring it to a boil and let it simmer for, really it only takes about 10 minutes. So I'm going to mix it around, and then while it's simmering I can go back and prepare the salad portion of the recipe. This is something that's really popular. Oftentimes what I do is I prepare the meat and I put it in a big bowl, and then I put everything in bowls, and we do like little taco salad bar. That's pretty popular too. So anyways, this looks pretty mixed, so we will just let it sit and simmer while we do the rest of the salad. Okay, so while the meat is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and assemble the rest of the salad. So the first thing we need to do is grate the cheese in the food processor. I don't like buying pre-shredded cheese. This tastes so much better, and it's healthier for you as well. So we just use the food processor and grate it up. That is good. And now we've got our shredded cheese, and it tastes so much better than, it's sharp cheddar, by the way. And I buy my cheese from the deli at Rocca's Market most of the time. And it's amazing. So now what we're going to do is do the lettuce. I buy romaine, organic romaine, and I like my lettuce fine so that it's not like flapping all over your face with dressing or whatever on it, making a big old mess. So when I do a salad like this, I like to chop it up really fine. It also helps with mixing it. It tends to mix nicer, and I just like to chop it up like this. Okay, here's our bowl. Make sure that there's no big chunks in there that I missed at the end of the head. I like how the romaine, how you've got the combination of the light and the dark for color. It's so, I like to do everything with a lot of color. Ah, red wine color. It's so nice to have a show where I actually have an excuse to drink wine and make more salad. That makes me happy. So now we're going to take some green onions and slice off the tops. I've never seen anybody have a use for these like little cute little tops. Look like a little headbanger or something. So anyways, I actually think that I'd probably only use like four onions for that salad. And be careful of your fingers. Don't want any, and I don't use this part for this type of a salad. Just put in the green onion. And where's my paper towel? Ooh, I need a new one. I just gotta clean up this mess a little bit. Next we have tomatoes. I bought the tomatoes at the farmer's market. Every Saturday in our little downtown area, we have a farmer's market. And our tomatoes should be ready soon, but not quite. Can't wait. Oh my gosh, they're so good. I'm gonna have to teach you how to make this wonderful tomato sauce. So anyways, I just chop up the tomatoes. And these ones don't look, not so great. Tomato season's gonna come late this year because we have had cooler weather than normal by far. So I don't know when we're actually gonna even get tomatoes. But my husband planted like 24 plants. So once they come in, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I think I'm gonna teach you guys how to make that sauce, and then I'm gonna like can it because it's really good. I love it on spaghetti squash. It's so awesome. And did you know, speaking of spaghetti squash, that when you buy spaghetti squash at the grocery store, it's usually yellow, right? Well, when you grow it at home and you pick it, it's white. But when it sits around your pantry too long, it turns yellow. Yeah, I didn't know that. I was like, wow. So anyways, that's the whole thing. That's why you want to have your own garden if you can. Most people can't because it takes a lot of time. But the other thing is buy from a local CSA in your area. That's community supported agriculture. There's a few of those in our area. And then that way you're guaranteed local, fresh, and it's a healthy choice for you. We will actually go visit a few CSAs coming up very, very soon while they're in full production. And then you can see what I'm talking about. I have one right around the corner that we're going to go visit in a couple days. Okay, so now we've got the lettuce and the tomato and the green onion. And my favorite, a little bit of avocado. just want to make sure that's doing okay. And another knife. And I slice avocados down the center, and then I make a bunch of slices in them, and then I cube them by slicing the opposite direction, and then they're all like a crisscross, and then I just scoop it out with the knife, and it's all nice and chopped without a mess on your counter. So now I'm going to do the other half because this is a nice salad, so I want to put at least one avocado. And that's all I have, so that's all we're going to get today. So once again, I'm going to make a little grid and scoop it out. There. So, whoops. There. So the next thing I want to do is put on the meat, because then I like to put the cheese on top of the meat so then the cheese melts, and then I crush up the chips and put it on top of the salad. But while we're waiting for the meat, we're going to have a little bit more wine. And check on the meat. Oh, no, I almost forgot. Black beans. So I've got some organic black beans in the can, the fastest way to do it. So I open up the can. And strain it. And rinse the beans. You know, rinse all that salt off. You don't need the salt. It's not good for you. There we go. Nice. I'm just going to sprinkle some beans. I'd say like probably like half the can, a little bit more or so, and then check on the meat. Let's clean up my mess. Thank goodness I've got this like little sink here. It helps me clean up all my messes when I'm a little bit messy. Okay, so here's our salad, and now we're going to put on the meat. Look how beautiful that is. Delicious grass-fed ground beef. And for tonight's salad, we're just going to scoop up some meat, place it on top, add some delicious fresh cheese. To crush some chips. I have 2 cups of chips here, but you don't really actually need that much. And I always buy organic chips, especially with the corn market. You want to buy organic. Anything you buy that's corn, make sure it's organic. And there we go. You can add a garnish of some another avocado, or how does that look? Okay, so the best dressing to serve this with is like an Italian type recipe. So what I like to do is make my own. And I start with half a cup of vinegar, red wine vinegar. And then I put a 1/4 teaspoon of dried basil, and we are growing our own, so we can dry a bunch of our own this year. And a 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. Actually, I have this really cute drying rack. My dogs pulled it down off the wall and broke it. I'm like, those dogs need some training. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon of dried mustard. I do pee-pee and everything. Okay, I'm a spicy girl. I like it a little bit heaping. I'm gonna do a half teaspoon, quarter teaspoon pepper. And then the secret ingredient is lemon. So I picked these off the tree. So I'm gonna squeeze 2 lemons in here. So it's nice and I need garlic. I like to buy the garlic cloves already peeled because I use a ton of it. And then put a couple garlic cloves inside the blender. And then I mix this. Oh, here we go with the hair thing again. So I mix this. Ooh, that's a good smell. And then take a half a cup of olive oil. Add that. This is kind of a lighter type dressing, since I'm going to mix it with a little bit of sour cream. And the beauty of mixing your dressings in the blender is that it doesn't separate. So it stays nice and blended and you don't get that huge separation. So then I just pour it in a cruet and it fills it up perfectly. And then that's what I'll dress the salad with. Delicious. Add a little sour cream and a little hot sauce and you're good to go. Actually, I think I'm just going to do one. I don't want it too zippy. Okay, 1 should be enough. You just want about 2 tablespoons. So these are really, this is a really juicy lemon, so I'm just going to do 1 lemon. There is my quick and easy healthy taco salad and some BV Cabernet. Bon appetit!